Hello, Robbie Susan Chandler here from RobbieSusanCardsandCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who lives right outside Tallahassee, Florida, in Quincy, Florida. If you live in the area, I'd love for you to attend some of my in-person classes. Welcome to my 6-part series of cards made with the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. This is a beautiful pack of paper, and the pieces we'll be using today are these two. And this is what the backs look like, but we're going to be using the fronts. But let me give you a little look at the pack of paper itself. It has some really beautiful paper in it. These lovely watercolor scenes. And what I did, I took, there are 12 designs, and you get 4 sheets of each design. And I paired them up in groups of 2 that coordinated and made 6 cards. So this is a 6-part series, and this is card number 3. Well, let me show you card number 1 first. This was the first card that I did in the series, and it's an easel card, folds down like that. And this was the second card. Looks like this and opens up like that. It's really a double Z, but I opened it an upward motion instead of sideways. And then the third one today is this, it's kind of a flip-flap card. It has a circle cut out on the front, and you open it up, and then this flap folds out, and there's your sentiment. So this card was a lot of fun to make, and a very pretty card, and let me show you how to make it. Alright, first, you start out with the card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Get that away. So you fold that in half, and then this piece, your front, was cut from this piece. And basically I just used this side over here by cutting, let's see, I cut 4 inches here, and then I cut 3/4 inches off the bottom. So that gave me my front piece. And you adhere it to the front. Now, when you glue this down, you need to put your glue around the whole thing. Because when you cut your circle out, the circle, if it's not glued down, it's going to come apart. So, glue the whole part down. And once you've got that glued down, this, you're going to cut. Let me drop this back in the hole. You're going to cut this circle out, and this circle is cut with the stylish shaped dies. And I used, let's see, which one did I use? I used the largest one right here. Alright, so you're going to cut that out and hang on to it because we're going to use it again later. And then take it over to your machine, and we're going to emboss it with the dotted circles. So what I did, I just placed it right in the middle of that center circle like that and ran it through, and this is what it looks like when it's embossed. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now we have our embossed circle. Let's see what I have over here. Okay, so another piece that we're going to use, let's look at some more pieces, are these two. This is Mossy Meadow, and this one is 5 1/4 by 2. And then that piece that we cut off the front here, this piece we're going to use right over here. We're going to use right on the front of that. And this is cut down to 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. So you just adhere these two together, which I've done right here. So here's another piece we're going to use. And then on the inside, this was the other designer series paper, this one, and I just cut 3/4 inches off the top, and I scored it at 2 inches here, and then just fold it like this. Now when we fold it like that, we want to adhere it to the inside of your card base, just like that. So we adhere that down, and I've already done it right over here. And you've got this. So now there's one more step before we can put our circle on. We need to put this piece and let it cover that section right there that's kind of, I didn't feel like that color really went with everything else. So that's why I decided to put this piece right on top of that piece. Just like that. There we go. Alright, so now we have a card base with the circle cut out. You open it up and you've got this little flap. But let's get our circle on the front. Now to do that, close your card up and you want to match up your design, and you're going to have to twist it around a little bit until you find it, and there it is right there. So once you've got that down, you can lift this up and just what I did, I just kind of slid this over a little bit, put a little glue right in this area. You don't want to get it too far out. And then close this back up, and you could just put your glue here in this area just like that, and then drop this back in the hole. And the nice thing about the Tombow, you can wiggle it around till you get it matched up. Alright, I think I like it right there, so let me press on that just a second. Okay, let's finish out our front here. Some glimmer paper that I used to cut some pieces is it's called the Berry Burst Old Olive and White Glimmer Specialty Paper, and this I used to cut the stem of this flower and this little piece that I used. Now the flower itself and my butterfly that's on the front were cut from, let me grab it, the 2024, let's see, 2024, 2026 glimmer paper. And it comes in the 5M colors. This is the Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Peach Pie, Pretty Peacock, and then our Petunia Pop. And I used the, where is it? Here it is. The, that one, Pretty in Pink, to cut it. I think that's Pretty in Pink. Or maybe the Petunia. I think that's a Petunia Pop. So that's the butterfly and also the flower. Now the butterfly was cut from sketched butterfly designs, and I used the smallest die, this one. The flowers were from Simply Xenia, and these two cut, this one and this one. And then this piece was cut with that piece from it. And see, to put your flower together, you just lay your green part over the flower itself to make that. So those came from Simply Xenia. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Alrighty, so let's, oh, and one more piece for the front is the sentiment. And I used to die from Seasons of Greetings. I liked this little skinny one here, this one, because it was the right width. Although it was a little long, I went on and used it, and I cut the end off so it would be this long. And I stamped this in Berry Burst. So that's where our sentiment came from. All right, so let's put some pieces together here. Like, let's stick this sentiment down first. All right, and I put it just right below my circle. A little bit, maybe right there. And then I put the little sticky looking part. It almost looks like reindeer antlers, but I stuck it behind the flowers. And I put the leaves and part of the flower on dimensional. Now you have to be careful when you glue this down, because you don't want any of your glue going over the circle. So I made sure that all of this was below the circle. See, then it opens up. If I'd gotten glue there, it wouldn't open. And let's just, speaking of glue, let's just glue our little butterfly down. And he just goes right up here. I always just glue my butterflies' bellies down, and that way their wings kind of stay free. And then I tied a bow out of some old polished pink ribbon, but if you have Berry Burst or Pretty in Pink or any of those colors, you know, any ribbon would do there. And I think I have those a little bit long, so let's just snip those off a little bit. There we go. Let's see, this one needs to go along over there, so let's cut it that way. Okay, so there's our front. Now let's look at the inside. The inside was also cut with that same circle. I cut a circle out of, this is actually bubble gum. And then I stamped it with, well, this sentiment, let me share that first. This sentiment came from Unbounded Love. And see, here's the Feel Better Soon. So that's where this sentiment came from. Now the inside, hope this is a feeling better kind of day, comes from Comforting Thoughts, right down here. And I stamped it in Berry Burst. And then I wanted to add just a little spray of greenery, and I used painted lavender, this one right here, and I stamped it in Soft Seafoam. I wanted just a really light color there. Alright, so let's glue this down. And the best way to do that is just turn your circle over and hope that you've got the right side up, and kind of place it there and just put a little glue. Remember, your Tombow is going to let you wiggle it around a little bit, and then you want to fold this whole section over. Now let's pull it back quickly to make sure it's straight. Oh, it is. No, not quite. So let's wiggle it around. There we go. And see, it goes right up under that circle. So that folds in and covers that, and then this folds in like that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this paper, and I love the cards we've been making with it. So make sure you tune in for card number 4, 5, and 6 whenever I get those made. So until next time, if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And please subscribe to my channel. And as I said, until next time, happy crafting.